We're still trying to get out of bed this morning. Dozens of people at South Bend International Airport were making history.
Absolutely. They were the very first riders of the new South Shore Sunrise Express, which does promise a much faster trip from South Bend to Chicago. WSBT 22's Kristin joins us now live from the airport. Kristin, this was just a really big day.
Yeah, they called it historic out here, Bob. This is the first express train in over 30 years for the South Shore. That's what the GM said at a press conference early this morning. Now, today, train 6 left the South Bend Airport at about 6 o'clock this morning, and it will arrive in Chicago at 7 o'clock Central Time. That means it'll be less than 2 hours between South Bend and Chicago. This is a big deal for our area. Officials hope this spurs job growth. Joining me this morning is Jeff Ray, president of the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much, Jeff, for being here. Again, this is a big day. What do you hope, how do you hope this helps our area?
You know, it's exciting. It's a game changer. It's a connection that we have that other communities in Indiana don't. So it's a real differentiator for us. Chicago is one of the most booming economies in the entire world. People recognize it in every corner of the earth. So for us to connect to it, I think is pretty important. Business leaders here say it's really important. Two things. One is working in Chicago and being able to get to the loop in a very quick amount of time. And then two, coming the other way, that we want folks to live here and do business here as well, too. So our hope is ultimately this is the first step in many important pieces. The ultimate goal is to get it down to about 90 minutes. And so this, combined with some other improvements that could happen long term, really help make that connection important.
A lot of talk today about connectivity, connectedness. We were here just a couple months ago celebrating a flight from South Bend to Newark, and now this. How have business leaders and you at the Chamber and the mayor, leaders here in South Bend, how have they helped bring this sort of connectedness to our area?
So planes, trains, and automobiles, I say US 31, and we've been advocating for 15 years for the automobile improvements to get us closer to Indianapolis. We've been advocating for several years now, working on the train connection here. We've been working with the airport on better airplane connections as well, too. We know that connectivity is a real difference maker. So when we're selling this area to a prospect, that one of their first questions is, how do I get there? And for us to be one stop from anywhere in the world via plane, or for us to be just a quick train ride over from Chicago, is a real difference maker. And when you look at the rest of the Indiana economy, most communities don't have this advantage. We want to make sure we take advantage of it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate you being here and sticking around for us this morning. This train will leave Monday through Friday here at 6 a.m. Again, it'll get you to Chicago in less than 2 hours. Officials say they're going to look at the number of people who ride this train in the next month or so and decide if they're going to add any more of these express type trains. But we do know $11.75 for a one-way ticket, and it'll get you there in 2 hours. Live in South Bend, I'm Kristin, WSBT 22 News.